Awesome to be with all of you here again today as we get ready to embark upon another season. What an exciting time in Cyclone Athletics. So great to see all the amazing accomplishments already by our fall sports. Football, I've really enjoyed the start to their season and enjoyed following their program, which means our season's right around the corner. And our guys are working every single day to build those daily habits, that work ethic that we hold in high regard. They've been a group that's been very focused on doing that, and we talk about stacking days. We've got a lot of days in front of us to stack, and that's what we'll continue to do. But we've been really fortunate with the coachability of this group and the desire to practice and approach that a certain way on a daily basis. And if we can continue to do that, hopefully things will go our way as the games start to approach.
What's been the early goal of practice for you guys with the blend of continuity and then holding front court?
Yeah, the goal for us every day is to have a great practice, right? And a great film session and great workouts. And what that all entails is coming in with a tremendous amount of focus on the job that's in front of you that day, because there's some days we're playing more live, there's some days it's more drill work, combination of the two. And so we want for our guys to come in every day and say, whatever's put in front of me, I'm going to attack it and give it the best that I can. Beyond that, again, we talk about the stacking days and how we can every day continue to get better. So we're not as much for setting goals on what we want to do this year or how many games we want to win. We're focused on it. If we get everything out of that day and those daily habits, that we'll continue to improve, and I think that's the name of the game. So my challenge for our guys is really to be able to practice for an hour and a half to 2 hours every day with focus, attitude, effort, energy that it requires to play at the level of a Big 12 game, so that we're prepared for that quality of opponent when they approach.
Kurt was so good off the bench last year. How do you use him this year with being back another year? Does he start? Does he stay in that role, or how do you just do that?
Yeah, Kurt has been really consistent. The momentum that he concluded last season with, as well as he was playing, he's carried that forward throughout the summer, throughout the fall, into practice. In terms of starting positions and where that all is at this point, it's up in the air. I think you see all the time that we return 4 starters, or we return 3 starters and 4 guys that played starting minutes. I'm excited about the depth we have. I'm excited about the competition that we had on a daily basis. And at this point, whether it's Kurt or anybody, we're continuing to show and demonstrate by what happens each day in practice, what we're capable of doing and what we believe we can do when the games approach. So I don't know exactly how that all shakes out, but I can say that Kurt Jones has played at a high level, and that's something that we hold in a high regard, and proud of him for how he's continued to work.
You got Josh Jefferson back, I think it was about a week maybe before summer workouts were over. How has he kind of gotten into fall practice now, and is he kind of starting to really take off and be the guy that you thought he would?
Yeah, Joshua, we're fortunate to have some background. At previous staff had recruited him, had a relationship with him, so knew of the character that he had, and have a knowledge of what his goals are and how he's willing to work to do that. As we've seen him be on the court every single day, you can see the steps forward that he's taken. Last week, he stepped up in a major way, rebounding for us. He was a guy that led us in rebounds for the week, which is something that's really important in our program. He's continued to understand the value of the effort-based things and the physical things, and bringing those to the table every single day. And also, in the Big 12, it's a very physical league, and realizing and understanding that, every foul isn't going to get called. There's going to be plays on the glass that, officials at times could probably call a foul every time he's rebounding. So for him, it's taking that on, it's embracing that, it's hitting it head on. But he's got a skill set at his size that's unique. His ability, his vision, his ability to pass the ball and make teammates better is something that we're excited about. So, having him out there every day has been awesome. We've seen, the steps and the gradual improvement. We're going to continue to challenge him each and every day to be better than he was the day before.
Hi, TJ.
Hi, Rob.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Thanks. What's the challenge every time when you bring it, for instance, this year, a whole new group of bigs, to go from the vision of here's how we think they'll fit, here's how we think they'll make our team better, to seeing it revealed throughout practice and then building off of that?
Yeah, we look for guys in the recruiting process that have proven to handle adversity well, their work habits. They're very self-aware of the things that they do well. We outline for them that the importance of giving everything you have to doable effort-based things, and those guys have done that. Is what happens over time is you learn more about their skill set every day in practice, the things that they do well, more specifically offensively, the positions you can put them in where they feel they're at their best, and the things that they can do. So I feel like with all three of those bigs, with Brant, with Deshaun, and with Joshua that have come in, they've got big shoes to fill. I've got a lot of respect. We certainly put a bow on last season and what we've done. But at the same time, those guys, there's a standard, and they knew that coming here, that there was a standard to uphold, and they had to do that every single day. So I think across the board, there's a consistent theme of if you play really hard, you work really hard, you're a great teammate, you have tremendous focus on the task at hand, that we are open-minded in terms of your development and leaning into the things that you prove to do well on a daily basis. Those guys are aware of that, and they've done a good job up to this point.
And is there a certain versatility you look for because of how many times you use, like, say, Robert Jones in the high post, passing out of that? It seems like you brought in guys like Deshaun and Joshua in particular were good in that regard.
Well, consistency, throughout recruiting, if you look at our guard position, we look at guys that are physical, that are tougher, that have that versatility, that at times in our defense you get switched on a big, or you end up in a situation where you need to utilize that physical skill set, you're capable of doing so. On the front line, we love mobility. We love guys that can get out in the ball screen, guys that can fly around defensively, guys that can give multiple efforts on the glass. To me, a lot of that's mental focus, but some of it comes down to your ability to react and be instinctive. That is something that we value, and then we still look into the skill level, because as we continue to try to move forward with things offensively, having those guys be able to be decision makers with the basketball, finishers at the rim, guys that can think and adapt to what's going on in the game and make those plays, that's going to make offense flow better for everybody. And so that's something that we look for as well.
Keyshawn had the opportunity to run the